and welcome back to this Homestead Life. I'm Jenny, and today we're in the kitchen making sourdough biscuits. Okay, you're going to start by adding 8 tablespoons of cold butter to either a food processor or a mixer. Next, you're going to add 2 cups of flour to this. And I am using 1 cup of bread flour and 1 cup of all-purpose flour, but it is really your preference. You're going to mix this all up until that butter and flour is very well combined, and then transfer all of this over to a bowl. And you're going to get ready to add your mature starter to this. Now, make sure that your starter has been fed at least 3 to 4 hours before you've started your biscuits. Just make sure that it's been fed, that it's nice and bubbly, and ready to be added to this mixture. You're going to add 1 cup of mature starter to this. Okay, next you're going to add 1/2 of a cup of milk. You are going to stir this until everything is very well combined. I'm not going to use my hands, I'm just going to use my wooden spoon, but you really want to make sure that everything is nicely combined and ready to sit out to ferment. Okay, your work for today is pretty much done. You're just going to cover this in saran wrap and a tea towel, and I like to let this sit out for about 12 hours. You can go all the way up to 24 hours. And it's just going to sit on the countertop and hang out until tomorrow morning when we roll out and bake our biscuits. Okay, it's the next morning. This dough has been fermenting for around 20 hours. And so this is going to make it more of a long ferment for these biscuits, which is delicious. I really love the long ferment when it works out this way. It is also time to go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 3/4 of a teaspoon salt. And finally, just for a little bit of sweetener, 1 tablespoon of honey. Stir this all in until everything is well incorporated. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and prepare your glass baking dishes. I like to use either coconut oil or avocado oil. Okay, and now it is time to roll out this dough. So make sure that you have a very well floured surface so that your dough does not stick to your counter. And you're going to transfer that dough from the bowl to the countertop. And you're going to also dust the top with flour as well so that your rolling pin doesn't stick either. You want to be careful not to go too thin on this. I'm leaving about a 1/4 inch of a thickness here. And I'm doing medium-sized biscuits, so I'm just using a biscuit cutter. You could also use the mouth of a mason jar to cut your biscuits. You don't have to have a biscuit cutter, but this will make about 18 biscuits, medium-sized. So. I'll leave a link in the description for where I got this wooden scraper. It really comes in handy for this type of thing in the kitchen. So I'm just being very careful with transferring these biscuits. And, for my leftover dough, I'm just going to go ahead and reflour my countertop, reflour the top, roll it back out, and it's just a repetitive process until you get all of that dough shaped into your biscuits. If you want, you can let your biscuits rise for a little bit while you preheat your oven. The oven needs to be at 400 degrees, and you are going to bake these anywhere from 14 to 20 minutes. So I recommend setting the timer for 14 and just checking on them. Usually mine are done in about 16 minutes. So. Okay, once they're done baking, you can transfer them over to a wire rack to cool. And now it is time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. These biscuits are so good. They are so fluffy and buttery, and just the long fermented ones to me just taste amazing. So I'm going to link in the description the recipe for this blueberry chia jam, so you can check that out. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.